Hey everyone, it's me, Curtis Parody, and welcome to a different type of video than I normally do, but a fun video. It's a tech unboxing video. Now, over the years, I've got a couple of different pieces of tech, and I've always sort of unboxed them for all of you, but today, I have a different type of tech because I have a piece of tech from HTC today. I've been talking a lot on Twitter about switching over to Android, kind of looking at some stuff like that for the phone, just to kind of see what's going on, stuff like that. And the people over at HTC were super awesome enough to send me one of their HTC M8 phones to check out, which is super awesome. So once again, thanks to the team over at HTC, the social team. Thank you guys so much for sending me this. And I thought we would unbox this because I want to see what's inside of the box. So yeah, so we'll jump right into this. I actually don't know what's inside of this. I would assume it's a phone, obviously. So on top, it's just full of a bunch of this wrapping. So we're just going to jump right into that. First things first, we're just going to rip off the wrapping paper. Keeping in mind that this is probably not how yours will look, but the awesome people over at HTC sent me this, and that's why. So inside of here we have the phone. It's inside of a ton of bubble wrap. After that, the awesome people over at HTC sent me whatever this is, a USB loop. Oh, it's kind of cool. It's like a necklace, but it's a USB, not a necklace, sorry, a armband. But it's a little USB attachment, so you can wear it, and then it unattaches, and it's a USB charger. That's actually kind of cool. An HTC car thing, not an HTC, well, it's HTC, but it's also an Android car thing, a jig that hangs on the mirror, so that's pretty cool. Slide that over there. And last, actually there's a couple other things in here. Boom! There's an actual Android. This is kind of cool. This will probably sit on my desk upstairs. Look at this little Android guy, kind of sits. That's kind of freaking cool. So thank you to HTC for sending me that. And we got some stickers as well, because HTC, stickers. Stickers! I love stickers. I've always been a big fan of stickers on all of my products. Anyway, so let's jump into this. This is the actual device wrapped in a large amount of actual plastic and such. Keeping in mind, again, it's probably not how you'll get yours, but because they sent me this directly from their department, it's kind of how I got it. So, yeah. So let's undo this. Ooh, so much bubble wrap. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so here it is. This is the HTC One. This is the M8 version. This is actually, this is the 32 gig device. And it is, this is the fully unlocked developer edition, which is kind of cool. That's why I was super happy by HTC to send me this, because I couldn't figure out a way to buy this in Canada. So thank you to HTC for sending me this guy. It's completely unlocked. It's not attached to any carrier or anything, so it's awesome. And this one's in its complete packaging, so it's brand new. Once again, brand new. This one's the Android HTC. It has the HTC Sense on top of it with blink feed, which you can kind of see right there. It also has a nano SIM card similar to the iPhone 5 and 5S. It has 32 gigs of internal storage, and it has 2 gigs of actual RAM. It does have an expandable memory card that can go into this as well, and that will be supported up to 128 gigabytes, which is crazy. So this thing has like a massive amount of storage, which is freaking awesome. It has 2 cameras on it, actually like 3 kind of. I'll talk about that in a second, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So let's just jump right into this. I'm gonna just unbox and open this up on the back of the device, on the back. So we're just gonna kind of cut this and cut through there, and I'll cut through this side as well. And cutting through. Perfect. And we'll just rip this off on the back. Rip off the plastic, and we'll put that on the side. So there we go. And these little tabs on the sides have been ripped, so we're good to go on that front. Clip, and underneath this beautiful thing is the phone itself. So there's the phone. As you can see, it's a pretty big phone, actually. So It says, you bought the best, the HTC One, and we believe in keeping it that way. So this is the little disclaimer card. It says, it's the HTC Advantage. Current benefits include 1 year of cracked screen replacement. That's within 6 months of ownership of the device, which is kind of nice. 50 gigs of free online storage, Android software updates, and a few other cool things like that. So kind of a nice thing right there. Now, of course, let's pull the phone out here. So this is the actual phone, which is pretty big, actually. So this is the device, and it's pretty large, actually, compared to my hand, which is kind of crazy. But it's actually like really nice. I like the size, and I love the weight of it. It has like it feels like premium because it has like some weight to it, which is kind of really cool. So it says HTC One, and then on the front it also says HTC Boom Sound, HTC Blink Feed. Of course, Boom Sound is the stereo speakers on the very front of the device. It's kind of cool. It's one of the few phones to actually have front stereo speakers, which is insane. So let's rip off the tab here on this side, and then we'll rip this off on the back as well, and we'll flip this over. Of course, you can see the beautiful brushed aluminum on the back. Again, very premium. One of the reasons I really wanted to get this device over many other Android phones simply is because of the finish of it. It is beautiful by far. One of the most beautiful phones to actually get. So here you go. You can see the beautiful 5-inch display on the front. It's a full HD. I forget what it is, if it's 720p or 1080p, but it's a beautiful display. On the back, you have the 2 cameras, which is really cool. So you have your main primary camera here, and you actually have a depth sensing camera up here. This allows you to do something really cool, which is like actually take a photo and you can refocus it once you've taken it. It's really cool. I can't wait to try that out. Of course, there you also have the 2-tone flash, similar to the iPhone 5S. On the front, you also have a 5-megapixel front-facing camera, which is nice. And of course, again, the dual speakers. On the bottom, you have your charging port and your actual headphone jack. And on the top, you have your power button. And there's actually an IR blaster all the way along the top. So if you want to control like your TV and stuff with this phone, you could actually download software to do that. So it's pretty freaking cool. Also along the side, there's a SIM card slot, and there is a micro SD card slot on the other side. So yeah, pretty simple. Let's see if I can boot this up. So I'm just going to hold down the power button on the top of the device, and it has vibrated, and it is booting, which is a good sign. So I'm just going to put this, we'll set that there. This display looks crazy, actually. It's like super, oh, it made noises. Hello, HTC. HTC One. Actually looks super, it's like really high res, which is really nice. I can't see any of those pixels. It's crazy. So HTC One. Let's dive back into here actually and see if there's anything else inside of this box. Rip off the top here. Underneath we have a SIM eject tool, which is kind of useful, you know. Some other stuff like a user manual and some other stuff. Contact us. Blah 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 blah. All the typical stuff you would find inside of here. There's also some. This is actually some label information. I don't know why. There's 2 more stickers, which is cool, from HTC, so those are fun. We also have a charging brick, so this will allow you to actually plug the phone in to the wall. I'm going to attempt to get that out of here because it's still inside of its actual wrapping. So let me rip that and open that up. Here we go. So it's obviously your wall dongle. Pretty simple enough like that. We also have some what appears to be headphones of some sort, which actually looks nice. Let's see here. Rip. Some black headphones. So these are they're HTC branded earbuds in their inner earbuds. They actually look kind of nice. They have like a little piece on here for your microphone and stuff. They also come with little buds as well, which is kind of nice. So replacement buds, if you don't have like the proper size, you can obviously like resize them for your ear. Kind of depends however you would like them. What else do we got here? And then last, obviously, is your charging cable. As soon as I can get it out of this little plastic bag here. And so there it is. Yeah, another charging cable fairly simple. It's micro USB. For those that are wondering, it uses any micro USB device or cable. So you're not really limited. It's not a proprietary charger like the iPhone has. It's a totally different one. So once again, back to the phone here. It's kind of booted up into Android itself. Here it goes. It says, welcome, and then it's asking me to start and go through the setup process and stuff like that. But overall, a super nice phone. Love it. I can't wait to be using this all the time because I wanted to kind of look at Android. I've tried to look at it in the past and kind of do some stuff like that. I've used the Nexus 4 before, but I really wanted to get into the more like a high-end premium device. And once again, thanks to HTC for sending me this. You guys are awesome. If you want to check out the HTC One for yourself, you can definitely do so. It's available on many different carriers around the world, so just be sure to go and check that out and play around with it at the store and pick one up for yourself because it's a beautiful looking phone. It's like so premium. Like if you're looking for an Android phone that just has this feel and like look and feel of being just like perfect and like complete, it's like super nice. It's super thin. It has like this really thin sort of aspect to it. And it's just a really, really nice phone. So once again, thank you to HTC's social team for sending this. I tweeted them. They tweeted me back and sent me this completely free of charge. So I can't thank them enough. You guys are amazing. They actually like overnighted this to me. So it's like, what? So thanks guys for sending me this, which is super, super cool. Super cool. I'm going to grab my iPhone just for a comparison's sake here next. So just in case you're wondering, here is the HTC One and here is the iPhone 5S. It's kind of crazy how different in size they actually are. They're just incredibly different. If you really look at like height while we stand them on the box here, you can see like the pure difference just by looking at the two of them. They're kind of crazy in size, like purely. If we take a look at the actual screens, you can kind of see the screen size. It's actually like kind of depressing to look at the iPhone screen versus the HTC screen because it's just so much larger. So it's kind of crazy in that respect. But overall, a really nice device. It's actually not too big. I was wondering about that. I was like, how big is this going to be in the hand? But it feels really nice. You know, it's a little bit of a stretch to get from one corner of the screen to the next, but for me, it's not uncommon to be using two hands anyway to operate my phone, and it's not really that big of a deal. I will take the trade-off of having a larger screen so I can browse the web better because that's what I want to do, or watch TV or watch movies or something else like that, because, you know, I want a bigger screen. I want a bigger screen. So anyway, that's a look at that. For height comparisons here, we'll set them on there. It's almost like exact. The iPhone is a little bit thinner, as in like literally the thickness of a hair, probably the thickness of not even a credit card. So it's a little tiny bit thinner, but with the edges that kind of wrap down, it feels like the HTC One is thinner. So it's like this weird, weird mental ability to be like, this one's thinner, even though it's a little thicker, but thicker by a hair, so it's really not that much. But also has a bigger battery in it. That's one thing I'm really looking forward to. The iPhone has horrible battery life. If you ever own an iPhone, you probably already know that. So I'm looking forward to kind of playing around with that. And there's another beautiful look at the actual home screen on the HTC One. So anyway, once again, first look at the HTC One M8. If you guys are interested in one, please go and check it out at your local cell phone retailer, or of course your tech store or whatever it is, or of course you can check them out on the web themselves. Once again, for the last time, props to the HTC One social team, especially the people here in Canada who I tweeted and they sent me this. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing, and I'm super stoked to be looking forward to this. I can't wait to tweet a photo out and tell them that it has arrived and that I love it so much. But I'll do a full review of this because I really want to see how it works. As a person who's used an iPhone pretty much every day for the past like 4 years, I'm interested in seeing how I'll like the new HTC One and how I'll like Android as a whole. So that's basically all I have to say today, guys. Little different video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and of course check out all the other videos I do on this channel. And I will have a full review of this, or at least my review sort of idea of it, maybe next week sometime. We'll see. However long it takes me to actually feel like I really know the device and kind of understand it. So yeah, that's basically it. Anyway, HTC One M8, beautiful looking phone. Can't wait to play around with it more. Until next time, guys, I will see you all later. Bye.